Hello, good evening. Welcome to another ARL warm-up at a new time and a new day this month because yesterday was a mess. So we couldn't run yesterday, running tonight. My name is Luke. I'm one of the ARL program directors, mentor on 498. And I'm going to solo this shindig tonight. Be a bit of a short sprint here from start to finish, but I'm excited to spend it with some of y'all, and more excited to see you, hopefully see everyone this weekend starting tomorrow. We have, again, not to spoil anything, our largest team list ever tomorrow, or start this ARO event, so very excited about that. So there's a bunch of stuff that we can kind of chat about tonight if we want to, including an ARL team update, which I just posted, 30 minutes ago on our ARL Discord. And the first update, FRC update for motor limit on drive motor limit, which is really fascinating. So I'm curious to see what opinions some of the community has on effectively nerfing, adjusted swerve, doubling up swerve, making it too scary swerve. So I think I mentioned the ARL Discord. I don't have a link dumper today, so go find it. I'm solo today. I don't have a Discord link or a Twitter link, X link, but we do have a Twitter, a YouTube, Discord, Instagram, so I encourage you all to follow us on those platforms. Yeah, I agree. It is still Twitter. I work, I run social media for a living, and we all still call it Twitter. Like every meeting that I have is Twitter. But hey, we could call it X if we need to. I highly encourage you check out the YouTube. I know I mentioned it, but it has all of our past ARL matches on there and past Twitch shows. So if you're watching this on YouTube, hi, check us out live. If you think you're going to miss this episode or have to dip before it's over, you can catch the full VOD there when we're done. Usually I have it up by today, Thursday, because we air on Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to have it up tomorrow, because I'll be at the school setting up for our event this weekend. But we'll see. It'll be up at some point. We'll be back next Wednesday for our follow-up show, the Extra Innings show, where we'll reveal the season rankings. Yeah, I know this. So a couple things. Stream name is messed up because I don't have... I'm not logged in personally. It's kind of silly. Stream name's messed up. So bear with me on that. Apologize. We'll have it fixed next Wednesday. I apologize. I'm solo. I'm not logged into the actual Twitch on my computer, so I'm just through OBS. So I can't change through OBS. I have the stream key. Getting derailed. I have the stream key. So I know it's stupid. I would have a mod to it if a singular mod was here. So we are kind of SOL this evening, but that's okay. Content on the actual stream will still be good, and you can just trust me that it's ARL warm-up number 4 for the 4th event this year, the August event. We have one more qualifier in September. So if your team has not competed in 2 qualifiers yet and you're not competing in August, you have one more opportunity. That's me. I'm a mod. Wait a minute. Wait. I don't know. How would I change it as a... Don't worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. Bronx Plays is my Twitch handle, where I sometimes showcase how bad I am at Valorant. So we'll figure it out later. I'm not gonna do. I'm too dumb. Too dumb. It's not gonna happen. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. ARL August. ARL August. We have 31 teams currently. Well, 31 robots. A bunch of different teams. We're gonna see some of our. Actually, we have one or two kind of big names showing up to their first events of the season. We have 2486 Coconuts and 4183 Good Buckets. Kind of regular names. I can't mod from OBS though. That's the problem. See? I can't. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Move it on. Move it on. Move it on. Before we get there, we did have one team update go out today, just 30 minutes ago. It basically says that when we have an event, I don't have chat. It's not connected. I can't. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I can't type in the chat. It's all scuffed. Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't know. This is more fun. I don't really want to. I know I could do it. I just don't want to do it at this exact moment. Hey, what's up, Chef? No, yeah, I know 498's still meeting. I'm just here alone. They're still meeting. They're still meeting. So in case you missed it, team update. If we have over 24 teams at an event, we are going to kind of run it champ style, where we select a fourth robot to the alliance. This accomplishes a couple things. Accomplishes three things. Thing number one, if a robot were to break, we have a backup on hand for every alliance, right? Easy swap in. Accomplishment number two, one of the points of ARL is that we can get more teams into a playoff position that normally maybe wouldn't be in that playoff position, right? That's one of the fun things about ARL is getting captains maybe that don't captain very often, or just in playoffs who aren't in playoffs very often. But when we have 30 teams and only 12 robots in the playoffs, we kind of see some of the more familiar faces, and we kind of lock out over half the event, and that's not the idea. So no FTC rules or anything. You don't have to, you don't have to play your fourth robot. And the draft is just still a snake draft, so it'll go, 1 to 4, 4, 1 to 4, 4 to 1, 1 to 4 again. But I forgot the third thing. The third thing is that it gets a lot of the teams who are coming to the event championship points, right? It's actually important. You have a buy-in. Even if you're the fourth robot, you still get points for being picked there, and you'll still get points for where your team ends up, right? So, or your alliance ends up. So that's the team update. I'm happy to field any questions on it. I know it was a little last second. I was supposed to get it out earlier this week, and honestly, as you can tell by me pushing yesterday's show to tonight, things got away. Things get away, and that happens. That's okay. Okay, so that's team update. I don't know. What about moving on? Similar vein. Anyone read the first FRC game update? The motor rule changes. Anyone have any opinions on those? If you haven't read them, I encourage you to hop into our Discord, and I believe there's a link in there. I think someone posted it in there. Kind of looks like this, right? If you haven't caught up on this, but this is kind of important, maybe to some of you, for 2024. So it in terms of swerve, if you're running swerve or plan to run swerve, it shouldn't affect you too much. It does affect, absolutely right, it does affect 6 Sim drivetrains, or 6 Neo drivetrains, or 6 Falcon drivetrains, right? Even if it's tank. So that's something to look out for. The big focus with this update, for a lot of people, and at least the discussion, was about swerve. But don't ignore the fact that you can't run a standard, 6 Sim, 6 Neo drivetrain anymore. Yeah, Absolutely, Brandon. Yeah. So 498 got to compete both in our division and at our first regional in Port Hueneme with the literally awesome 4414 High Tide, and they built out a more custom swerve module for the robots that had a third Falcon, and they flew. It was awesome, right? And what happens naturally when you're moving really fast and the other team is moving fast is that you bonk each other. Um, and so no one's intending for it, but it's like violent. robots are moving faster than ever because these new brushless motors, like, and we're building smaller and lighter, right? I mean, robots are flying. So I think it's like a good change, in my opinion. I know it kind of, some people are poo-poo it a little bit because it puts the kibosh on like custom gearboxes and kind of thank you for posting the Discord link, custom gearboxes and things, but I think that overall it accomplishes what it's supposed to do. It doesn't change swerve at all, just makes it less powerful. And the tank, and obviously it affects tank drive a little bit, but not too much, especially when you're talking about Neos and Falcons. So I don't know, but it's a pretty interesting change and one you should definitely, yes, and keep teams from burning up the carpet. Yeah. Yep. Which I gotta say, you burn up carpet like crazy with just 8 motor swerve. So I don't, swerve is tough, which is why, if your team is considering, embarking on the swerve journey, I highly suggest doing it over the course of an ARL season before you do it in the regular season, because you will spend the entire season, or your entire first regional going through the growing pains of swerve, right? We're still going, 498 is still going through growing pains of swerve. And we had last ARL season in summer and this last season, but we're still learning things like seemingly every competition, and we certainly have burnt holes in the carpet, right? So yeah, interesting update. When we were building robots with that were tank. We use 6 swerve or 6 sim like every year. So I feel bad for teams that have gearboxes that are 6 sim capable, or they spent the money to have slot for the extra sim or the extra neo. This gearboxes should still be usable. Holy moly! Well, you have 4 robots, right? 1165 is bringing 4 robots. Not to jump ahead to our team list, but you guys bringing 4 robots, which is sick, by the way. Dude, I'm excited for Prytronic Swerve. I was surprised you guys didn't go Mechnum this year, after success Mechnum last year or 2022. I think that given the game, Mechnum is really viable. Like this year, I thought it was pretty viable. Gets you the like slide to the left and right that you would need. Obviously, it's not as powerful or fast as Swerve, but I thought Mechnum this year could have been pretty effective if you didn't run Swerve. Yeah, I'm guessing most of the state who are making the switch to Swerve are. I'm curious what kits are being bought. Like, I'm curious if more people are going Andy Mark, or they're going SDS, and I'm curious what motors everyone's running. Yeah, definitely gonna see a lot of SDS MK4i. That's what 498 runs currently. Oh, I honestly didn't think about the Mechnum on the bridge. Interesting. Couldn't balance. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, we are currently running Falcons on our swerves. We are looking at making the investment into the conversion kits for Neos, um, just in case. I mean, like because of the supply chain issues, acquiring Falcons. Oh, first of all, we're not 498's like we're not buying Falcons like new, so we're trying to acquire as many used Falcons as possible. But even so, the supply chain issues with those are crazy, and so the convert. We're thinking about using the conversion kits on our swerves, but that's like a whole new adventure. We've invested all this time into, you know, into the Falcons. It would really suck to kind of start all over in the learning and debugging phase, getting to know the swerves. Wait, your fourth robot is a swerve base. Nice. 1165 buzzing out the swerve. Is it the MK? Is it the MK4i or is it the MK4s, or is it even SDS? Is it the Anymore? I'm curious. I'm really curious what people are running. We're very happy with the MK4i, like very very happy with them. But what gear ratio what did you guys go with on 2478, the L2s or the L1s, the L3s? I'm excited that our state is really starting to invest in swerve because I think it's obviously a path to the future. So, Chef, do you think I'm logged into Facebook? MK4i is sick. L2s, nice. Yep, yeah. The 12 motor concept has gone down the drain. I think there were a lot of teams who were. It's kind of an arms race type situation, which is why I like the rule change, right? There were a lot of teams who were maybe doing some, shadow CAD versions of what High Tide was doing with adding a third Falcon, and so I think, if the standard were to become 3 Falcons per swerve, the supply chain issues just get exacerbated, and it just gets crazy. The Rev Max Swerve, yeah, that's the other one that I'm not mentioning. Yeah, the Max Swerve. Dude, I'm really looking forward to state, especially now that more teams are competing in ARL, and I'm seeing more robots being changed, than last year. I know ARL was new last year, so no one could prepare for it, but I'm really looking forward to ARL. Yeah, a lot of people going L2s. I think L2s are the safe bet. I think it super depends on the game. We went L2 for the regular season, and then obviously it became clear by the end that it was just a sprint. It was a sprint race, and so we got we converted to L3 for ARL. Last event was our first one on L3, so yeah. I think like honest opinion, I think it's gonna be a while till we see Swerve not viable at all. To be perfectly honest, I think that the design committee really likes equal playing field games, and so flat fields are like chef's kiss to them. Like they love flat fields because A, it's easy to set up, and B, like it allows anyone to be good, and nothing's like hard. Like you could just maneuver around the field. Anyone can play defense. Anyone can drive from point A to point B. Like it makes it really easy. So I think that it's going to be a while before we see a not flat field. Now, obviously, there are games that are better for Swerve than others. Like 2019 wasn't exactly the best Swerve game ever, even though it was a flat field. We are shooting cones better. That's all I'll say. We are, in fact, what time is it? They are there right now trying to dial some stuff in. Hopefully we'll not be as bad as we were at the last ARL event. That was a little embarrassing. We were like curving cones, try to make them on the poles, and that was not good. for a while there during the regular season, 498 had a 100% cone rate because we shot one cone at Arizona East and we made it on the mid pole, and that was it. For two whole events, all we shot was one cone. Yeah, I'm hoping the 498 can make it on like I saw some videos today that were promising, so definitely feel a little bit more better about this weekend than certainly last month. But I'm also excited to see what a bunch of people have been cooking on. I know 991, right? 991 won their one event. They skipped the last event. They're coming back, and they were scoring cones like crazy at ARL in June. So I'm excited to see them come back, and obviously, 2403 continues to iterate on their really, really good machine. We'll see what the coconuts have cooked up. 2046 hasn't been to an ARL event yet, so this would be their first one. I don't know. I really don't know if they spent a lot of time grinding over the summer and made a lot of changes, or if that maybe this is their kickoff on changes before state. I don't know if a lot of people realize, but it's really cool. The dates for state, have the dates for state been released? By the way, I think they have, right? Or they have, right? I don't want to speak out of turn. Yeah, okay, good. So I don't know if anyone's realized, but the Arizona State Championship and the ARL Championship are in back-to-back weekends, which means that we will likely run the ARL Championship Alliance selection like first week of October. And so you'll basically have an entire month, including the state championship, to like work with your partners ahead of the ARL Championship. So I expect some like really cool coordinated stuff at the ARL Championship. That's gonna be really fun. I know last year we only had like a week and a half just because we had to get the field back and we had the championship in November. But because we're having the championship in October this year, we can have it. I think that you basically have a full month to work with your alliance. We will, by the way, release details on alliance selection pretty soon, like before the next event. So keep an eye out for that. It'll basically run. It'll run the same as it did last year. So we'll have alliance selection on Discord, and so we'll kind of run. If you weren't a part of it last year, it's pretty simple. You just have to designate someone on your team as the alliance representative, and we give them a role in the Discord server, and then we kind of just literally pull your account into your alliance. The Arizona State Championship is at the ASU football or basketball arena, and the ARL Championship will be at Cactus High School again. Yeah, we had for ARL Championship we had some plans for maybe someplace cooler, but one of our title sponsors is in a playoff race right now. I'll let you put two and two together there. So there's a chance that they could be busy in October. Is what I'm getting at. So the ARL Championship will be at Cactus High School again, and the Arizona State Championship will be in the ASU basketball arena. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited for state. I won't be at state this year, unfortunately, but I'm excited to hear about how it goes. Okay, so I don't want to go on too much longer without looking at the team list for this weekend, literally tomorrow. I know people have been waiting. I've been getting some messages about if I had a team list ready, and I do. I will say, just like I do every month, that one of the things that makes ARL unique is that it's free, and so we can accept team registration all the way up until tomorrow, and teams can drop all the way up until Saturday morning. So take the entire team list with a grain of salt. There may be a couple that aren't on there, but I certainly believe that we will have over 24 teams and probably right around 30. This team list that I'm going to show you right now is 31. Boom. There it is. I believe this month I got all the team numbers correct, unlike last month when I double. Actually, ironically, last warm up, I double input 2478, and then someone trolled me in the chat because you guys keep me honest. But then guess what? 2478 brought 2 robots anyway, so I was just seeing the future last month. So a lot of familiar faces. I think the big ad, if you're keeping your eyes peeled, 2486 is attending their first event, and so is 4183. And 4183 actually bringing 2 robots, which is really exciting. That is a great question, Chef Ramos. I don't know. Yeah, you'll get it assigned at the event. Yeah. Well, there's Tommy Three Shoes. Yeah, I didn't have one of my regulars in the chat. There he is. Yeah, so if you're I even went for a later time. I went for 8 p.m., which, by the way, for the record, if 8 p.m., if we all agree right now in this chat, like 20 of us, that 8 p.m. is a better show time for everything ARL, we'll just permanently move to 8 o'clock. So I certainly would like 8 o'clock more than 7:30. So, maybe next week we'll just be at 8 o'clock again. Plasma is currently registered for 2. We'll see if they bring their second. I know they were struggling to get it running last month, but there's been a whole month. Yeah. Oh, you're East Coasting? Whoa. Well, thanks for joining us at 11 p.m. That's crazy. I'll go back to the team list. Something really interesting. I like 2662 Robo Crews making their first appearance this season, and they're bringing 2 as well, which is cool. A lot of teams bringing 2, which I think is just like a really cool. I mean, of course, 1165 literally doubling up what I think is cool. East Coast, West Coast. No. Well, I mean, I guess it depends. Team list looks really solid. I expect I expect a really solid and competitive playoffs. I really do. I think we saw a more competitive playoffs last event than even I was expecting, including an upset in one of the semifinals, right? Okay. All right, so we're 30 teams. 30 teams. I'll tell you, look, this is why you should attend the Twitch show, because you'll find out, you'll find out live. I was going to edit, but now I'm not. You'll find out live who's coming and who's not. Oh, typo. That should be an A. So 1165 period. Alliance 3 did go undefeated before finals, yeah. Yeah, which is really cool. Really cool. I talked about it a lot during the extra innings episode, which if you missed it is on the YouTube, where we really analyzed a lot of the playoff action, which pat on the backs. I know I have more people in this show than I did in the extra inning. Pat on back. Everyone brought out really good, really solid strategies for the for playoffs last event, and really impressed with some of the mid-tournament adjustments that were made. Right, by the one, especially the one seed who ended up winning, they made a really solid mid playoff switch on roll, and it worked out really well for them. When you say strict scheduling, you mean just like if we will start matches without robots? Is that what that means? It'll probably run similar to last event. Very similar. Now that we have enough teams that we aren't doing back-to-backs, we really want to get through as many matches as possible. So we're not going to close the gate on you or anything. But if it's pretty clear that there's a wheel off your robot and everyone else is on the field waiting, we will start. Yeah. 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 So yeah, just the same as last event. Same as last event. We are going to try, but for just a heads up, if any of you are team planners out there, we are going to try a little, like, we're going to try to move a couple of the pits, maybe a row of 6, into the gym for this event, or 4, just to open up the cafeteria a little bit. I know it was cramped in their last event. The unfortunate thing is if the more space we take up in the cafeteria, the less eating room everyone has. And when it's 115 degrees outside, we have to try to give you as much eating room inside the cafeteria as possible. So just a heads up when you're loading in, pay attention or ask where your team number is, and then if it's in the gym, go into the gym. If you are in the gym, and this will be explained during our drivers meeting, and I'll explain it tomorrow in person. If you do have a pit in the gym, we're going to trust that everyone is going to, be nice and play by what we would like, follow the rules that we lay out. When you queue, you're going to still go through the pits. So you're going to go from the gym into the cafeteria, then around, down and then back, out onto the queue. Not just go right from your pit to the field. In fact, you shouldn't be able to do that. There should be some caution tape there. Yep. I don't know. I don't really have any predictions for this event. I didn't go through and fill out the whole bracket. I do think that we're going to see a higher number of high links scored this event than we have before as we play more and more ARL events, as we go through more and more ARL qualifiers and teams get to work on the robots and practice more and more. I think that I think we're going to see more high links being scored. I mean, if you remember correctly, our previous event won the number 1 seed won the events with 2 high links and then filling the low. And the number 3 seed, who went undefeated to finals, almost beat them by 1 high link or no high links and two mid links and all the low. It was a combination of not just high. I'm gonna preach it again. If we're diving into some strategy stuff, pay very close attention during the match to where things are being scored, and do not score pieces that are not gonna result in a link. Just don't do it. Even if it's worth less points, just score the link. Don't just score a random high cube that's never going to get linked because it's not worth it. Put it low and it'll make a link, and it's way worth it. That's my suggestion. Again. It's my suggestion again. Focus on the links. We saw a lot of link potential left open at the last event. Left open. Okay, what else is there to chat about? I don't know. I'm really excited to see changes that 2046 has made, or it maybe has made, and 4183. The 4183 robot I felt was I don't know, an event or another month away from being really cool. They had a double jointed arm on swerve. It was really cool. It just didn't seem like it was going to land. Playoff predictions. All right. Okay. Winning alliance. Oh man, this is hard. I kind of want to go for an upset approach. I want the winning alliance. I think the winning alliance is not going to be the 1 seed. I think we're going to have our first upset. I don't think we've ever had the 1 seed not win the event. This is why we need to connect ourselves to Blue Alliance. But I think that's correct. This is a behind the scenes action. We're working on a archive of past events on our website right now. And in fact, we're working on an entire ARL hub on our website right now, where you can go and check the standings at any time, and you can check past event results anytime. So I want to see the number 2 or the number 3 seed win. I think the captain of that could be 991. I think who do we think is really fast at cubes, but wouldn't seed number 1 or wouldn't fall to like the 3 seed. I think they could be sneaky. There's obviously 1165, like prime. No, I'm staring up at the team list right now. That's what I'm looking at. I'm waiting for it to speak to me. I think an alliance that has a team that can do 1 to 2 high links by itself, or 1.5 high links by itself, and a team that can do. Do you have something on that? You mean just pushing the cubes, or did you put something on it? Wait. If I could type in chat, I would put the eyeball emoji in right now. Did you add something to that swerve base? Eyeball emoji? Question marks? Yo. Oh, I'm pretty excited for that. Are you serious? That's crazy. Okay. All right, I'm down. Okay. That's awesome. Dude, people are bringing out some sick stuff to ARL events. I'm really looking forward to it. I think, let's see, I'm going to go with the winners of the events in an upset. We're going to go, let's go 991 as the 3 seed, picks 4183, and they round it out with 2486. There, done, predicted. I got 991 scoring all the cubes. I got 4183 scoring all the cones, and then I got 2486 running low cubes, which I think is a really powerful 3 seed. But I got the 1 and the 2 on paper with more experience and power. So, and by on paper I mean in my head, because I didn't write it down, and I just made it up right now. Let's see. We can look at, so as a reminder, these are our top 8 teams in terms of championship ranking points. I believe everyone on here except for 991 there at rank 8 has competed in 2 events. So, and you know, if you're behind on the times, we take your top 2 highest scoring events. So all the teams on here have the opportunity to rise in the rankings. Or at least raise their point total at this event, which may come in key later. And 991 will have its second event under its belt. Teams like 4183, 2486, 2662, they will all need to make sure that they attend the ARL September event in order to qualify for the championship. Last year, this is actually kind of important, and you're hearing it first, and I should have, like, we'll probably mention it. Yeah, go ahead. Let's pop it up. I should mention it now. If last year we allowed teams to use the Arizona State Championship as one of their events. So, like, if that makes sense. Sorry, we're loading. All right, you guys got me really excited here. Let me finish my thought, and then I'm going to show everyone. So last year, we allowed teams to utilize the Arizona State Championship as one of their qualifying events for the ARL Championship because we were low on teams. This year, that won't be the case because the alliance selection for the ARL Championship takes place before the state championship. You have to be qualified for the ARL Championship before the state championship. So if teams that are not coming to this August event, that are coming to the September event, will not be qualified for the championship, unless, and it says so in the rule book, unless we don't have enough teams to fill out the event, and then which we need 24 teams to fill out the event. But we will. So it's besides the point. I am also hoping for no 498 Robot got caught twice last event. I'm hoping for no yellow cards, no getting caught on each other. All right, check out 24. Yo, when Noah said we literally put the mechanism on the swerve, I did not picture literally putting the mechanism on the swerve. This is very exciting for you guys. That's really cool. Great work. And you guys still have the vacuum, which is the most important bit. Awesome. That's great. How long is this? We keep going? Oh my god, it's long. The mailbox flag? Where was the mailbox flag? What mailbox flag? What does that mean? Like the little red flag that was on the side of the mailbox? Oh, why didn't I know about that feature? I didn't know about that. That's my bad. I didn't pay attention, I guess. Hey, pro move using the Recycle Rush trash can as a shop trash can. Oh, upright cones, yeah, that's sick. Well, awesome job. Really cool. Really cool. Great job getting that. I mean, you got, yeah, so what did you just train? I guess it just popped off. Was it like bolts, or was it rivet? I guess it just bolted off and you bolted it onto the swerve. That's really cool. And that's really cool. Did you have to like change the positions of the arm because it was on, is it the same size base? Because I'm guessing the arm wasn't in this, I mean, I assume the arm wasn't in the same exact spot it was on the tank drive, but maybe it was. That's a lot of, well, you got bigger. Ah, interesting. Okay. Yep. Very cool. Well, great work. That's very cool. Gotcha. Relative to the front. That makes sense. Well, let's just continue on the awesome show and tell wagon. Again, if you're in our Discord, you can see some of this happen or get posted. Oops, it's not what I wanted. Go away. There it is. Right, so here's an update from 1165, right? I think, this was their, this is still tank, but it's scoring high. Very cool. Is this an auto? This looks like an auto to me. Awesome. Yeah, man, the more balancing autos, the better, to be honest with you. Another reason to be, for the record, if you missed this, another reason to be in the server and to pay attention. 6 Degrees of Freedom are very graciously offering up some items for acquiring for free. Sorry, I didn't want to say free unless I double checked with my eyeballs. Including this really cool battery card. Maybe someone has claimed this already. If you haven't claimed this thing is on wheels. This would change your life. I'm telling you, as someone who has a battery cart that's on wheels and I don't have to lug them in, this changed your life right here. So this is not, reach out to Glenn unless this is copped. And if it's not, trust you, this would change everything. Here was the discussion about the motor changes, right? I know it might be small, I think, for y'all, but this picture that First Updates Now used to talk about the FRC blog is the high tide swerve, where it utilizes an extra Falcon. And then, so Degrees of Freedom's swerve robot has a sweet auto now that they balance a cone on something. I think it's just on the swerve. I can't really tell. But it falls off and they push it in, which is really ingenious use of what you have available on a robot, right? Every little thing you can do to milk out points is awesome. And they balance. Again, you're seeing a theme here, right? The backup robot's balancing autos, right? Great. It's awesome. I gotta say, like, as someone who competed in playoffs often this season, and was part of putting together alliances, like, we really, really valued when the third robot, like the third pick, could be the robot that balanced. It's so huge, right? Because when you evaluate, like, okay, well, I have a 2 cube or a 2.5 cube auto, but I can't run that if we have to balance, and we have to balance. It kind of hurts you a bit as an alliance, like your point potential. But when the third robot, even if it's a drivetrain, if it can balance, it's huge. It's so big. It was so high on our desired robot desires and for our pick lists. It was so high if a robot had a balance auto, even if it scored nothing and just balanced. It's very important. So kudos to y'all to getting the gyro or whatever you guys are using could be timing, I suppose. Tuning that so it could balance. Really awesome. It's going to be very helpful for whatever alliance you're a part of, for sure. Oh, okay. I was like, wow, someone's posting the Discord as I speak. But it's 24/7/8 Swerve Robot. Let's see. Oh, hot off the presses. We will confirm this tomorrow, but there's a chance that we will not be eating at all in the cafeteria, and we will be eating in the school library instead of the cafeteria. And that way we can fit all the teams in the cafeteria. Just got an update. So keep an eye out for that bit of information. And Prytronics has a... Wait. Are you talking about the battery basket, or are you talking about the robot? I'm assuming you're talking about the robot. Hold on. While I'm waiting for your answer, I was gonna... Let me see if I can get an update on what since we're in the middle of show and tell. This is what, so we've been working, so 498's been working on a new thing as well.
Go.
The robot, yeah, okay. That's what I figured. I honestly figured it was the robot. That's sick, dude. I'm telling you, the more balancing autos, the easier everything becomes. Your playbook becomes so much simpler. You start to see, the gif of Zach Galifianakis and all the numbers and things floating around his head. That's what your life is like when you have a working balancing auto. You see everything. You can do whatever you want. The working balancing auto opens up so much for you. And on the other side of things, when you work with a team that has a balancing auto, it opens up everything. It really puts a wrench in things when you don't have when a robot can't move, or doesn't have a balancing auto, because it kind of constrains what you can go for. Okay, this is all I got 498 wise. The new manipulator on the robot, hopefully better at shooting the cone than the last one, and it shoots straight, which I guess is which is less cool to see, but way easier to score. Scores low, it's even better. What you just saw was manually aimed, but the controller vibrates when it thinks it's in front of the pole. Yeah. We don't have any auto lineup, and I don't think we'll add that. I think all we're looking for is some kind. Right now, our LED lights are not working. We think that the module that they're plugged into is broken or something, and they're sold out forever on Rev, the Blinken, if you're familiar. And so we were hoping to have feedback lights, but obviously the lights are not working anymore. So anyway, all right. Well, our hour together is almost there. I'm really looking forward to this weekend. These shows just keep getting more entertaining and better as we go, and the chat keeps evolving, which is a lot of fun. I promise that next time I'll update the stream info. I'm putting it on me. Match 31 last comp. Oh, the scoring one in balance? Yeah, we don't have a working bridge to practice on anymore, so we haven't run a balance auto with the L3s and the robot 498Ys, so I don't even know if we can still balance. Probably something to figure out tomorrow, I suppose, once the field's set up and we're practicing. Alrighty, I have a couple last second announcements here, not last second, final announcements before we're done. We will be back next Wednesday with the extra innings episode. If anyone in this chat wins the event and they want to be on the show, please find me before the event ends or reach out to me on Discord. I would love to have interviews with members of the Winning Alliance on the show next Wednesday, 1 or 2, but it requires a little bit of planning, and I just need some willing participants. So let me know if that's you, and good luck this weekend. The Wednesday following next Wednesday, we are going to have our first Arizona history deep dive. So we're going to spend about an hour and a half kind of deep diving a previous FRC year. And because I think it's important that, we can learn a lot about FRC and future games by studying past games. And we can learn a lot about, good team practices or playoff experiences by listening to those who competed in that. So, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, we will have our first deep dive into the 2012 Rebound Rumble, and we will have like 3 people from the finals of Arizona that year, so on the show. So it'll be a really fun little chat, deep dive on cool Arizona robots in 2012. So stay tuned for that as well. Okie dokie, everyone. As usual, be safe. See you all this weekend. Looking forward to it. Really excited to see all these different robot changes that have happened over the last month. As a reminder, we have our Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We actually have a Facebook as well, if I remember correctly. So go follow us on there. And yeah. Sorry, this episode was a little less planned than normal because of the craziness of the week. But I appreciate you all hanging out. I'm going to play myself out with some, I don't know what this is, summer jazzy lo-fi. Yep. All right. See you all tomorrow. Peace. Oop, wrong thing. Yikes.